Hi, everyone. My name is Bernadette Butler, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of StoryTap. And we have just written an incredible blog about the use of video with higher education. And so we thought we'd just do a really quick summary on video about that exact topic. So just to summarize, look, like video is key for higher education. And why is that? Well, a lot shifted over the last couple of years. A lot of in-person classes couldn't happen. So a lot of large massive education institutions had to think of other solutions to drive that value message home, to help share and communicate to potential students looking at their university of what the experience is like. How do they add value if in-person doesn't happen? And so they kind of got used to these incredible stories that started to get recorded at scale from all their students about that, and which then kind of led them into video SEO. So Google bought YouTube. Google cares a lot about video. And so when universities now have an endless plethora of diverse, incredible stories that range from the journey, the experience, what they learned, the networking, and all different types of storytelling, as that gets indexed for SEO, it's an incredible plus up for institutions to really amp up their marketing, literally by tapping into their students, making their students the heroes and the stars of their marketing in a way that's just never been done before. So I think that it just looking at an SEO and of course the mass distribution of what your students can record and share for institutions is quite incredible for universities. So talking about video, let's talk about the cost to produce video. So when we meet with institutions, a lot of times we get two answers of how they've been tackling video. And one is spending a ton of money on studios and high productions with directors and actors and scripts, sometimes using their students, location and travel and all the rest that goes into that, and the amount of time it takes to produce one. To then looking at another alternative, which were Zoom calls and recording Zoom calls and then editing Zoom calls. However, when you look at editing Zoom calls at a 1:1 ratio, the amount of time it takes to even come up with that template and then go to the editing software and figure it all out to pump out one is a lot of money as well, just in resources alone, trying to figure that out. So again, when we think of production, if I were to look at the quality, definitely that Zoom is where it should be. Not high production, especially when you're looking at an influence strategy, trying to influence current students to talk to prospective students. I think it needs to be incredibly authentic. So the quality, universities can have that big hero promise video, sure. But when it comes to actual program web pages, it should feel really authentic. So, gone are the days of this must have high production video to let's get into more like diverse volume and incredible storytelling by real people just using their cell phones, desktop, or iPads. So there are endless types of stories that can be produced at scale for universities. And just to name some, just a few, obviously would be about what is the experience like? What was the program experience like? What was the campus experience like? So really having students be the star of your marketing and have them share, even on campus, those stories are incredible to give other prospective students an idea of what they could also expect. And of course, when you're looking at storytelling at scale, they're obviously incredibly diverse, and being able to help website visitors navigate these video stories and help them find themselves, whether it's from where they live to any number of different segmentation ideas in terms of their age or ethnicity, et cetera, and see themselves on campus is incredible. Other stories include like faculty stories, alumni storytelling, having alumni talk about the overall value and experience from attending that school, and of course, the distribution of those stories, of each alumni sharing to their LinkedIn with a powerful call to action for other folks to consider things like a fully employed MBA program, et cetera. Really, really powerful stuff. Partnership storytelling, having partners talk about why they decide to partner with that university, and so much more. If you can think of a story, it can happen. There's so many opportunities to really unpack the journey of a student and why students decide to apply. and right down to like the beginning, the middle, and end of a program or an overall experience, or their entire 4 years of being there. So lots and lots to consider there when thinking about different types of stories that would be relevant and would resonate with a specific audience.